due to what's happening around the world and here in UK, I decided to work from home. So far, I use Samsung DeX for 1 week, and during that week, I was making a post on the Samsung DeX subreddit group. One post per day, Monday to Friday. I will leave a link to each of these posts in the description below for you to go and check it out if you want to. And obviously, when I decided to work from home, I had the option to take my quad monitor office PC home. So I do have a Windows machine in office with 4 monitors, and there was an option for me to take that home. But I decided to take this opportunity and use nothing else but Samsung DeX to complete my day-to-day tasks. And like I said, I was logging everything in a post in our Samsung DeX subreddit group. So you can go and in the description section, you'll find the links there. And just read through if you want to see what was good and bad and sometimes ugly things were happening. And just to make sure that this wrap-up video and I will not miss anything, I wrote down a little file here on the Google Docs, and I will read through this file just to make sure that I'm not missing anything, because I tried to record this by memory what I wrote here and I was keep going away. My thoughts were everywhere, so I decided just to press record and read through this file and add if I missed anything. Just obviously, right, let's carry on. So before going into this video, let me clarify what I mean only Samsung DeX. During the first week of working from home with DeX, I tried to use nothing else but DeX. And obviously, there was some exceptions where I had to use a Windows machine. For example, I wrote here that about 95% of the time I was using only Samsung DeX, and the 5% was a remote Windows machine. The reason being that there's a couple of custom-made programs that are only available on Windows and that are only linked to my Office PC. So I can't just take this program and install on another PC or get Android version of this program. So I had to use these programs, and I was using AnyDesk remote session, remotely connecting to Office PC to use these programs. So that accumulated around 5% all the time I spent outside DeX completing my tasks. Into the 5%, by the way, I including the remote sessions to Windows machine to set up my syncing programs. I set up the Sync Thing Android app and the Windows client as well to sync the couple of specific folders from my Office PC to my DeX and vice versa, just to make sure that I have the most recent files here and the same files will get updated on the Office PC. And on Office PC, then there is a OneDrive client running, which is backing up everything to OneDrive cloud storage. So I just had to remotely connect to Windows machine and set everything up to make sure that all the files are in sync. And to be honest, using Samsung DeX for 1 week, so far for 1 week, to be honest, I'm not missing Office PC at all. To be honest, I really like working with DeX. First couple of days was a bad things happening, and you can read about them in the posts, which I will leave a links to the description below. But overall, after 1 week using nothing else but Samsung DeX, I'm very, very, very happy how it's turning out. And I'm probably don't really right now want to go back to Windows because I'm so used to working with DeX, and I don't miss my Office PC with 4 monitor setup anymore. I like the way I got the setup here at home. So let's talk about the working complete your work only using Samsung DeX. There's a couple of factors and points that are worth checking before you make a decision. Is the DeX will be useful for you to complete your work, or it's going to be a total waste of time? So point one, what you do at work. What that means, what kind of tasks you need to complete during your work hours. Do you need a specific or custom-made software that only works on your PC? Do one monitor setup is fine by you? I mean, is it one monitor setup will be enough for you to work? At the moment, DeX not supports dual monitor setup. Hopefully in the future, Samsung will do something about it. But at the moment is one monitor setup. So that's why I'm using ultra-wide monitor, just to make sure I have as much possible screen real estate as I can, instead of using something like this, 16 by 9 aspect ratio monitor. I'm using this, which is I think 21 by 9. It's 3440 by 1440 pixels. It's a maximum resolution that DeX supports, and this is probably the biggest monitor that I managed to get. So is one monitor is enough for you? How much computer resources do you need? Do you need a super powerful CPU? Do you need to have a GTX 1080, 2080, whatever the right now graphics cards are? Is it enough for you just to have what Android device is providing? If it's enough, then it's a good thing. You are very close to creating yourself a Samsung DeX device setup. I don't know where I'm going with that. Let's carry on. So basically, if what you do doesn't require custom hardware or specific programs, I do believe Samsung DeX can be an amazing tool for you. For my work, DeX gives me everything what I need to get things done. I work in a digital marketing and website design and development company, so pretty much most of the things that I need to do can be done on any device as long as I have keyboard, a mouse, and a browser. So Samsung DeX is the best option for me. And I'm mentioning here in my script thing, when, for example, I need to use something like Photoshop, there is a website called Photopia, which gives you like a Photoshop clone alternative. Or if I need to edit something on a photo or write it down or make a sketching or something, I use an Android app called Concepts. I'll leave a link to this website and this app in the description below for you to go and check it out. These two apps gives me enough features to manipulate the images. For me, DeX setup works great most of the time. Most of the time it works great, and the screen goes down. But when it doesn't, I'm always looking for alternative to find the way to complete the task. If this app doesn't work, I'm not giving up. I'm always going to find the solution to use and to find the app that will work for me, that will give the features that I need. I'm always looking for these challenges. And this brings right now to point number 2. Are you ready to accept the DeX challenge? What I mean by that is DeX is not perfect. DeX is far from perfect. It's buggy. Sometimes it acts weird. Apps not working properly. The app's not resizing properly. One of the apps you can resize, others you can't. App is running perfectly, another app is running perfectly for first 2 or 3 times, and then crashes. A bit of bug I'm getting lately when I'm pressing G, a keyboard key, I'm start getting a Samsung Galaxy Store with no reason at all. So there's the buggy things, but if you will accept Samsung DeX challenge, then you will get experience using Samsung DeX, and one day Samsung DeX is going to become your most amazing device you ever own. So yes, not everything is working great. Some apps showing scaled up version of a tablet is working badly. If you will accept that, and after a couple of times of hitting the brick wall, you won't give up and look for other ways to get things done. With each day, your experience and knowledge about Samsung DeX will grow, and same time you will grow your productivity. I use Samsung DeX since Galaxy S8 Plus phone was launched, so I know what DeX can and can't do. And for me, jumping from Windows machine to a Samsung DeX machine, I stopped using Windows on Friday. I started using Samsung DeX on Monday, and it was okay transition for me. I used DeX before. I used DeX always at home, so I knew where we're getting into. So it wasn't very big of a problem. But I do believe there is a lot of people out there which will start using Samsung DeX and will give up after a day or two for sometimes very weird reasons. Let's see. Like I mentioned here, Excel doesn't look like Excel on Windows. It's not the same Excel. I can't use DeX. Is the DeX supports Windows programs? No, I can't use in DeX. So I believe the majority of the people will quit using Samsung DeX because these sometimes even silly arguments. Sometimes people don't understand that when you tell them Samsung DeX is like your laptop. It's a good desktop experience, desktop replacement. Even if you're saying that is a Android device running Samsung DeX desktop environment and is a replacement for Windows or Mac, they expect that replacement still has the same OS, same programs, and etc. And they expect when you plug in the DeX and you start DeX working, you will get the something like Windows, and it's not right. It's not the correct way to think about it. So if you are willing to learn and you're willing to accept the Samsung DeX challenges, I think DeX will be, like I said, a million times probably already, a very, very good setup for you to use. Point number 3 will be cost. And what I'm talking here in the point number 3, I think is more related not to the staff, but to the company owners and let's say a management team. Right, so let's say you just employ 10 people, and obviously they're gonna work in the field and you need to buy them a portable devices. What I would like to suggest, instead of buying them expensive phones and laptops, just get them a cheap Android phone that he can make text, calls, and check emails. That's all they need. And get them a Galaxy tablet with DeX support. I'm using a Galaxy Tab S6 and it's the best. I probably already mentioned so many times in each video. Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 is the best DeX device you can get right now. Period. That's my opinion. This is it. I mentioned so many times everywhere on the Reddit, on my comments in some of the videos. Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 is the best device you can get. So yes, text, emailing, and get them a Galaxy tablet with DeX support. In office, set up a couple of DeX stations for them to use when they're back in office. So create something like this: hot desking, keyboard, mouse, monitor, and a USB-C dock. Your staff member comes back, plugs it in, gets all the files, emails, etc. done, unplug, go. Next one comes in. That's it. You will spend, instead of buying 10 computers in office, you can buy, let's say, 2 or 3 workstations like this. Set up these workstations, which is not, this is USB-C hub gonna cost you like £50. Monitor like this, I don't know, £100. Keyboard and a mouse, you can get combo wired keyboard and a mouse for like tenner. So 50, 100, less than 300 quid, and you have a workstation that can use every single staff member who's got a Galaxy device for the DeX. So very, very well, very good idea, to be honest. I might give this idea to my boss one way back to our office eventually. You got only so yeah, and set up the when they're back. I have mentioned multiple times the Samsung DeX is the best device, blah blah blah. You get not only an amazing Android tablet but also portable workstation. Another thing to consider: almost all Windows programs have alternative on Android. A majority of the alternative of Windows programs on Android are actually cheaper. So as example of what I'm mentioning here, talking about Office 365 subscription. I checked it so if you go to Office 365 subscription page and you want to buy a subscription for business, you can pick 2 options. There are actually 3 options, but let's talk about 2 most cheapest options. One option that will cost you £3.80 and another option will cost you £9.40 per month. You need to pay this annually. So £3.80 or £9.40. For £3.80, you will get a mobile subscription. What that means, you can use Microsoft Office programs in the browser and on Android device. So you will get subscription, and Excel and the Word on Android will be fully activated, and that will cost you £3.80. But if you want to get the same thing on Windows, you will need to pay £9.40, and the reason being, for £9.40 you will get the Windows program versions as well to download and get most update. The program to install on Android tablet on here cost me nothing. I installed it and I logged in with my account. It's got activated. To install these on the Windows, you need to own the membership already. So you can't just open and view the files. To be honest, you probably can, but that's another thing. So it's £3.80 or £9.40. So now let's check a website site, Windows site. Cheapest business subscription for Windows is £9.40. And one of the biggest difference between these two, mobile subscription and the Windows subscription, Office programs for Windows, £3.80 planned, not giving you a Windows programs. And you don't need them because you have already Office in the browser and Office as an Android app. So just think this way, £3.80 or £9.40, which is cheaper? You can buy 2 licenses for £3.80 and it's still gonna cost you less buying 1 license on Windows. So, what do you think? And now, fourth point, working on the go. This point will be more dedicated to Samsung DeX setups where the main device is Galaxy Tablet. At this moment, Galaxy Tablet that supports DeX is S4, S5e, and Galaxy S6. I have probably already said a million times, yes I did, that Galaxy Tablet with DeX is the best DeX device. Not only S6, but to be honest, any Galaxy Tablet that has DeX is the best DeX device you can get. With tablets, you are not limited to one location, like your office or home, or office and home. So let's say you have this phone and you want to use DeX. You can use DeX in office, or you can use DeX at home. You can use DeX in between. With Galaxy Tablet, with the keyboard cover, you can use DeX pretty much everywhere. With tablet, you can get stuff done everywhere. On the train, on the bus, on the ship, on the plane. Come on, you can even get this DeX working on the moon if you will find the Wi-Fi. So it's probably the best DeX device ever. I'm mentioning this every time. Some of you will say, yeah, but why not buying a powerful laptop? Which I would say, yes, it is a good option, but let's go back to point 3, costs. How much did, like I said, right, tablets right now cost like what, 500 quid, and cheap phone, Android phone, £100, 150. So about £700 you will buy enough, all what one staff member needs, and you will save getting the office subscription. So in the long run, I would say, I do believe in the long run the Samsung DeX with the Galaxy Tablet 6 for a staff member is more cost effective and more cost efficient than getting them a laptop. Plus with the laptop, the battery is crap. The antivirus is always hunting you. The scam people always hunting you. You need to keep updating Windows. You need to update this. You need to update that. You need to do this. You need to do that. You keep updating. On Galaxy Tablet, you receive an update once or twice a year. You receive updates about the apps when they released automatically, and you don't need to worry about it. I don't have an antivirus on my tablet. To be honest, I don't really need, because first of all, well, yes, you need antivirus, but I know what I'm clicking on, and I know what files to download and what files don't. So I don't really want to have the antivirus app constantly running on here. So yes, laptop is a good suggestion and good device to buy for your staff. But again, laptop, how much the laptop will weigh? This weighs less than a kilo, my tablet, and I can take the tablet anywhere with me, and it's perfect. And I do have this keyboard, the Samsung official keyboard, that works perfectly, and I can type quite fast on this with no problems at all. So you need to think about long run. You already will save on the Office 365 subscriptions. You will save around, well, £3.80 times 2 is still cheaper than £9.40, so you'll save quite a lot. I don't know, in my opinion, the Samsung DeX, yes, you can work using only Samsung DeX, and it's cheaper in the long run. And it's probably amazing thing to use. Like I said, I used for a week and never looking back again. Well, probably I will, I don't know. That I need touch wood, but at the moment, the way I look at this, Samsung DeX is the best thing for me to get the stuff done. And for the end, I would like to mention that I probably said already, Samsung DeX is not perfect, and it's far from perfect. But even with these, all the hiccups and challenges and what this Samsung DeX is, what is good, the bad, and the ugly, Samsung DeX for me still is the best mobile computing environment, and it will be the best mobile computing environment for you if you're willing to use it and learn it. But if you will just look at this without open mind and you'll think that this is just another version of Windows, you will not succeed using Samsung DeX. But if you will approach Samsung DeX with open mind, with willing to learn this new environment, it can become an amazing tool for you. So I hope this video helps. I hope I've not missed anything. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. Let me know if you're already using Samsung DeX for work. And without disclosing any top secret informations, can you let me know what kind of sector you're working and using Samsung DeX? Because like I said, I'm working in digital marketing or website development, but I would like to know which sector you are working in and you're using Samsung DeX for your work. I really would like to know that, just to see how far DeX went and how far people taking Samsung DeX to complete the tasks. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.